At least 16 people are dead after a U.S. Marine Corps KC-130 airplane from Tennessee crashed into a soybean field in Mississippi Monday. LaFleur County EMA Director Fred Rantle told WLBT that at least 16 people died in the crash on the aircraft that departed from Memphis. LaFleur County Sheriff Ricky Banks said that 12 bodies have been recovered so far as of 8:30 p.m. Most of them are gonna, sick, be Marines, the sheriff said. It's unclear if there were any civilians on the plane. He also said that emergency personnel are searching for the bodies of more victims across a large debris field in the dark Monday night. Alan Hammonds, an official with the Greenwood Airport, told CBS affiliate WNBDD1 the plane was being tracked by air traffic controllers in Memphis and suffered a structural failure at 20,000 feet. The official Twitter account of the U.S. Marine Corps tweeted that a USMC KC-130 mishap occurred the evening of July 10. Further information will be released as available. Marine Corps spokeswoman Captain Sarah Burns also said in a statement that a Marine aircraft experienced a mishap Monday evening. Investigators said they found debris on both sides of Highway 82 in LaFleur County, which has led them to believe that an explosion caused the crash, WLBT reported. However, nothing has been determined as the investigation into what happened is just beginning. LaFleur County Deputy Coroner Will Nemai told the Clarion-Ledger that the crash site is a very rural area, and that they are searching in a field with tall vegetation for more bodies. Initial reports indicate that the Lockheed KC-130 refueling tanker may have come from the Naval Support Activity Mid-South Base located in Millington, the Clarion-Ledger reported. More than 4,000 gallons of foam were used by firefighters in an effort to put out the blaze, Greenwood Fire Chief Marcus Banks told the Greenwood Commonwealth. He said that the call about the crash came in around 4 p.m., and that firefighters were driven away by several high-intensity explosions. A Mississippi state trooper told WMC, "There's a lot of ammo in the plane. That's why we are keeping so far back. We just don't know what it'll do. It burns a bit then goes out, burns a little more then dies down." Marcus Banks also said that the debris field is roughly 5 miles in radius. He added that a helicopter is looking for the bodies of the remaining victims. Aerial pictures taken by WLBT showed the skeleton of the plane burning strongly, producing plumes of black smoke visible for miles across the flat landscape of the Delta. Austin Jones, who owns a neighboring farm, said the fire continued after sunset. "It's burning worse now than it was early in the afternoon," said Jones. He said his son watched the plane go down while working on the farm and said it was smoking as it descended. Andy Jones said he was working on his family's catfish farm when he heard a boom and looked up and saw the plane corkscrewing down to the ground. "You looked up and you saw the plane whirling around," he said. "It was spinning down." Andy Jones said the plane hit the ground behind some trees, and by the time he and others reached the crash site, fires were burning too intensely to approach the wreckage. "The force of the crash nearly flattened the plane," he added. "Bins are about waist high, and there wasn't much sticking out above the beans," he said. Andy Jones said a man borrowed his cell phone to report to authorities that there were bodies across U.S. Highway 82, more than a mile from the crash site. "It was one of the worst fires you can imagine," Andy Jones said. He said the fire was punctuated by the pops of small explosions. Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant released a statement about the crash on his Facebook page saying, "Please join Deborah and me in praying for those hurting after this tragedy. Our men and women in uniform risk themselves every day to secure our freedom." Congressman Steve Cohen also issued a statement on the crash. "I am saddened by the terrible plane crash this evening in Mississippi that took the lives of 5 soldiers serving our country," the statement reads. "My thoughts go out to the families of the deceased, and I hope for the survival of the others on board." The KC-130 is a 4-engine propeller-driven plane that is used by both the U.S. Marine Corps and the U.S. Air Force. It is a variant of the Cold War-era C-130 Hercules. It is also sometimes utilized by other branches of the military to transport vehicles, personnel and equipment. National Transportation Safety Board spokesman Peter Knudsen said the NTSB is not involved in the investigation at this time since it's a military aircraft.